Hello and welcome to Symphony of Seven Souls, a short little horror game developed by katanalevy, available on itch.io. And well, this game is about creating a symphony with the undead. And I guess we'll see what happens. A bit of a content warning though I don't think it's all that scary. It is tagged as horror, so viewer discretion is advised. But as far as I know, it doesn't seem to be like a very spooky game necessarily. It just has ghosts in it, but I don't think it's meant to be all that scary. But I'm not sure. Just in case though, I want to mention it is tagged as horror. It might be more of the aesthetic though. Anyway, so we just start here. There's no menu or anything. We just start, and it says here, well, we can put bow to strings like so, and then we can play by clicking. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So you just play the violin whenever you can, and I guess you're supposed to do it in front of these weird ghost things? I guess we're supposed to find 7 souls to join our orchestra, possibly. Has a bit of a retro feel to it as well, kind of like a PlayStation kind of feel. I can also change the brightness settings, I guess. Well, on YouTube, usually when you record stuff, it's always, because everybody's screen is a little bit different. It's better safe than sorry to have everything a little bit lighter, I feel like. Anyway, the 7 Soul Symphony. Alright, so this is more like, I feel like a more atmospheric game, more than anything else. So we're just gonna enjoy the ambience a little bit and the environments and play a little violin. I think the story is that, what little story there is, or at least the premise anyway, rather, is that you're trying to create a symphony, but you have a, I guess, creator's block or whatever. What do you call it? You can't think of anything new, right? To play or to create. So that's why you're looking for inspiration by looking for ghosts, I guess, for some reason. So for some reason, the dead will somehow teach you new songs, I guess. Nothing in this area, just coffins. I wonder if anyone lives here. This game actually is, I think I mentioned it, but it's tagged as Bloodborne, So there's a Bloodborne inspiration as well. I never actually played Bloodborne, but I know of it. In fact, I'm a big Souls fan, so I played Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, though I've only recorded Dark Souls 1 on the channel, technically. But I've also played, Sekiro, played Elden Ring. I like Souls games, generally speaking. Never played Bloodborne though. The only reason is because Bloodborne is console exclusive, and I don't know. I just never bought a console. At least at least the modern consoles anyway. So I never got any of the consoles in the last decade or so. Here's another ghost. Seems like they're missing a head? Possibly? It's hard to tell. Or do they have a head? I'm not sure. Or maybe they're holding that head. I think they're holding their own head, maybe. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. Also, yeah, I was wondering, I was gonna say, it's kind of raining and everything. Are we gonna get our violin wet? I feel like moisture and humidity is bad for wood, I've always heard about that for my guitar, which I've never touched for such a very long time. But I do have an acoustic guitar. But I heard that you're supposed to keep your instruments away from humidity. So getting your violin wet like this is a bad idea. I was thinking, where's the umbrella? I guess it's hard to hold an umbrella with 2 hands when we're holding the violin, but still. This is really bad for an instrument, Alrighty. Oh, I guess the gate's been closed. Hopefully I didn't miss any spirits. I don't know if you can fail in this game. Like, you fail to find the spirits, you lose. You didn't look thoroughly enough. Wheelchair, just in the middle of the room. Also, I like the effects as well, a little bit of reverb, because you're in a different place now. Very dirty in here. You know, I feel like no one's been keeping this place clean. Are we like the only person here? Everyone else is dead, and the whole place is just abandoned. That's not good. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I heard some screaming. Who's screaming? Who are you? Show yourself. The spirits of the damned. They get no rest. Their hellish screams will echo through the halls. Never-ending regrets. Their attachment to life is eternal. Or something like that, I don't know. Just walking around. Did I close the door on me again? No? Oh, there you go. Hey, what's up? You have like a weird cage on your head? Again, I've never played Bloodborne, but I've been spoiled on a lot of Bloodborne stuff, but that does remind me of Bloodborne. There's a character that has a weird cage thing on his head. Anyway. Kind of cool too how like the melody kind of continues, you know, when you're not playing. I imagine there's like a backtrack, I guess. So what do you call it? I'm not sure what you call it, but basically the track mutes itself, you know, when you stop playing, but it still continues. So there's always like a melody, even if you're not hearing it. What was that? Hello? I don't know what that sound is coming from. It's like it seems to come from random directions. That weird like creaking sound. I feel like that's a hint, maybe to go towards it, but I keep trying to go towards it, but it keeps going back and forth. I don't know. Maybe I can't sense direction for some reason. Maybe. Like, it keeps moving. Where is it? Where is it? It's everywhere. I don't know where it's... I don't know. Anyway. I think we're done here. Maybe. Maybe I should go back out? I'm not sure. Because I feel like I've been everywhere here. Maybe we should go back out. Maybe there's a different way to go from here? I could be lost, by the way. We can also just, I guess, walk faster by not playing. Is there a different way to go, actually? I thought the game was pretty linear, so I just assumed it was supposed to go forward. That's the ghost we saw before. I don't know if there's another ghost in this maze or not. I don't know. What's over here? Is this back to where we were, or is it different? I'm not sure. Oh, this looks different. I don't think I've been here before. I think there's a spirit here. Looks pretty scary. There's a big smile on him. Reminds me of... what's his face? Sweet Tooth? From Twisted Metal? You know, the weird clown guy? which I think has a TV show now or something like that. I don't know. There's like a, I think I saw something about how like there's a TV show, Twisted Metal. I don't know. I don't know why they're making a TV show of that for some reason. I guess they are. I don't know. I mean, I've heard of like, I've heard of people, you know, making video games into like media and whatnot in the past. They're usually bad though, you know, for the most part. Well, I guess there was that Mario movie. I mean, I never watched it, but that had like a lot of hype behind it, I guess. Interesting. One, two, three, four. So you might have to come back here, possibly. We only have 4 spirits. We're going to need at least 3 more, if my calculations are correct. If I can do basic math. We might have to come back. Yeah, interesting. Well, this is the cemetery. Is there any other ways to go from here? Or should I head back? I keep going the wrong way. Huh? What's over here? Oh. Hello. You have like multiple arms. That's, you know, seems pretty useful to have multiple arms. You can do a lot of things with multiple arms. You can multitask. Okay, I guess these are gravestones. Oh, hello. You are a bird. With multiple eyes. You know, I mean, it kind of reminds me of recently, and I don't know, maybe I'll do a playthrough, but recently I've actually been playing a game called Fear and Hunger off screen on my own time. If you didn't know what it is, it's like a really hard, basically like a really hard RPG game. Has a lot of like very explicit content inside though, so like I feel like, you know, if I ever played it, you know, at least at the time when I played it, I was like, I can't really stream this because there's a lot of like content will get me banned. But there has been since a censorship mod actually, so I could do a playthrough, but don't quote me on that, I guess. But it might be a possibility. It is an interesting game. Anyway, the reason I mentioned Fear and Hunger though is because there's a special enemy in that game that is reminiscent of that, you know, bird-looking thing with multiple eyes. It's a very interesting game. I mean, actually the same kind of tone to this one, actually. Very dark, gothic kind of style to it. Dark fantasy, you know? Very similar. Not as difficult, though. You know? In this game, you're just playing a violin, that's all. You know, relatively comfy, actually. Despite all the graves and, like, the implication that everyone has gone either insane or have been murdered and, you know, have all died in this quaint little town. You know, other than that, it's a quite kind of, you know, quite a wholesome game. You're just playing a violin, that's all. Alright, let's see. So I got 2 more. So what was it? 1, 2. So 2 more spirits there. 4, 5, 6. That's 6 in total. Is there more? Unless you count the last one as, you know, ourselves, but I'm not sure about that actually. I felt like I've been everywhere, but let's do one more quick look around. Where could they be? It seems like there's at least 1 ghost per area, right? That makes sense to me. Did I miss someone here? Maybe there's 1 ghost here I missed. No, there's 1 guy here. Yeah, I already got you. You're the bird guy. Where is an area I haven't got a ghost yet? maybe in the beginning area. Maybe there's one ghost. There's one ghost in our house. Ah, here you go. What the heck? You've been hiding here this entire time? You silly ghost. I've been trying to find you this entire time. I was trying to find the last one, the seventh soul. They were here this entire time. I smack you. I smack you with a violin bow, even though it phases through you because you're a ghost. But don't worry about it. All right, let's head back. But yeah, very atmospheric looking game. Basically, looks really cool. Has a really cool style to it. Obviously, he's going for that retro feel as well, which I feel like is a little bit overdone, but you know, it works. I like the rain. You know, the rain is like obviously like it's not realistic at all. In fact, it's like Minecraft rain, but I don't know. But it works. Anyway, all right, let's go in here. Open the door. And let's go to a holy place. Door closes behind us. Blood is rising from the ground. Is this some kind of demon summoning ritual? I don't know. Are we summoning the devil? I can't stop playing. My hands... It doesn't stop playing. I can't move my hands away from the violin. I'll like go home, please. Hey, what's up? Can I go to bed, please? Can I take a nap? Nope. Okay, and the game closes. Hold on, let me open it back up. Okay, there you go. I guess that's the game. It does, yeah, it does get a little spooky at the end, to be fair. So I thought it was just a wholesome, comfy, violin undead, like rising the undead from their graves kind of game. But it does get a little spooky at the end. I think maybe, I imagine it's it's just artistic, but I imagine it's kind of like, yeah, we gather all the spirits and everything. We do some kind of satanic ritual, and I think assumedly, the protagonist, or the player, I guess, maybe sold their soul to the devil, rather. Possibly? Is what happens, isn't that kind of like a saying, to sell your soul for like musical skill, don't they always say that, something like that. Anyway, yeah, I think that was the implication or whatever, but I feel like it's not that deep. It's just that's the idea. Yeah, really interesting game. You know, had like a little bit of a gimmick where, you know, you just hold down the button to play the song and everything, but it works well. You know, it's kind of like that's the driving theme of the game. You look around, find some ghosts. You know, some of them are pretty hidden, I gotta say. But kind of cool, you know, where you can gather them. You go to the ending area, you know, and the song really swells, you know, with all the extra instruments and the choir and everything. I mean, it does feel like an interactive music video in a way, right? That's kind of cool how you play with the medium like that. And yeah, I mean, obviously cool aesthetic as well. Graphics are really cool. Interesting setting, you know. Again, it's kind of inspired by like Bloodborne, you know, gothic horror, the kind of stuff. So it really fits. You know, everything just kind of fits. It's really cool. You know, I know there's other different versions of this game as well. I think there's a version where everything is much more like a PlayStation, you know, graphics or whatever. Everything's much more like filtered like PlayStation. And there's like another version that's like it has like better like effects or whatever. But I just got the vanilla version, I guess. You know, I feel like that's just the safe version. You know, just the default. But anyway, but yeah, but definitely, you know, you could check out those other versions of the game yourself as well if you're curious how they look like. But there you go. I mean, not much just to say. You know, it has like just one gimmick, and does it pretty well. You know, doesn't overstay its welcome. It's just a cool little experience. You know, not much just to say than that, I guess. Very cool. I mean, the only thing is like I got lost, you know, a few times, but that's just me, I guess. I don't know. But I feel like it's kind of meant to be like that. You know, it's meant to be like very minimal. You know, no like not too much focus on the actual gameplay, just kind of the atmosphere, right? Anyway. I'm just gonna continue playing my violin. But there you go. So let me just say my usual thing, I guess. If you're watching the video, if you want to see more content, then you can click on the subscribe button. You can also check out my other playthroughs on the channel. And if you didn't know, I also stream these games live. So you can change the bell notification from personalized to all if you want to get notified when I go live. Well, there you go. Thanks for watching. Until next time. See you then.